What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, the salty fucking bastard, here yet again. Episode number 2. Guys, thanks for watching my first episode. For those of you who did, quite a good one. I enjoyed making it. But let's talk about something that is so disturbing to me and proves how far backwards that we as a society are going. The gender war, you guys, is a sickening thing, and it was really exacerbated, I feel like, during the pandemic, where people just sat in their houses, watched YouTube. Ironically, I'm on YouTube right now, but anyway, people watching YouTube, people filming or tuning in on the big media channels, and just this hatred towards one another has really been exacerbated. I never thought in my life I would say this, but we have a gender war, and men and women are at odds, and I don't really think that it's a positive for society at all. I think the fact that we have this issue, this gender war issue, where men hate women and women hate men, is something that's horrible for society as a whole. So I think that today I just want to touch up on what I think about that whole ordeal. You know, you guys, it's very tough when you hear these radical ideologies coming out of both sides, because really it's not good for women to hate men. It's not good for men to hate women. And I really think that there needs to be more of a collective empathy as far as there needs to be a collective empathy for one another, because you know what, you guys, both men and women have things that they struggle with, and both men and women deserve empathy for their struggles. There are times where men are treated unfairly. There are times where women are treated unfairly. You know, I've seen a lot of men get, I guess you could say, mistreated in divorce courts. I've also seen and heard stories about women being held to unrealistic beauty standards, like they do in the Victoria's Secret era, where they encourage women to be so sickly skinny that it's not even remotely healthy for them. And that's really not a fair and just thing whatsoever. But you know, there just is no collective empathy anymore. It always has to be one side or the other. When in reality, you guys, I don't really know what this whole thing is actually solving. And I think it's just doing more harm than good, you guys. And I don't think that men and women being at each other's throats is a good thing. I really don't. So I guess what I would like to say today is this. If you are somebody who has gotten hooked on YouTube channels or media channels or anything that encourages you to hate somebody or something as a whole, I think that you really should exit off of that as soon as possible. These places are out to make money, and unfortunately there's money to be made hating people, and these platforms are using you to make money and to profit off of your struggle. And I think it's really important for people to understand that, you know, again, men and women both really do have their own struggles, and men and women face difficulties collectively. And I think that the easy answer is collective empathy. But here's the thing, that will likely never happen in my lifetime. So I guess what I'm here to say today is this. Any platform that encourages you to hate like that and to hold on to anger and bitterness, those platforms are likely making a profit off of you. And I think that what you have to do is you have to kind of put yourself in a position to where you can have an unbiased opinion about shit. And truthfully, that's the best way to do it, everybody. And again, stay away from hatred. And it's very interesting. Like, I'm going to talk a lot on this channel at stuff that frustrates the hell out of me, stuff that irritates me. And yes, I'm a salty, somewhat middle-aged bastard. That's how I am. I am salty, but however, I will never get to hating somebody or something. I won't ever let it get to that level. So I guess what I'm saying is, you guys, is have a sense of empathy for men and for women. Understand that we all really go through a lot, and the world itself is not an easy place to navigate anymore, you guys. And if you find yourself in a position to where you're upset and that you are going through a tough time, you had a bad breakup, let's say, you had a few bad breakups, really try to look at yourself and see what you can control. And don't go blaming all women, don't go blaming all men. Try to look inside yourself. And you know what, you guys, I will definitely say this. I understand men and women's frustration for each other on both sides of the aisle. I do. Both sides, I believe, have grievances that are credible and that you can probably relate to. But you know what, you guys, that doesn't make a gender as a whole terrible. And so I would really just encourage you guys to stay away from hate sites. Stay away from sites that profit off of your misery. I mean, it doesn't do good for anybody. Sites that just profit off your misery. I mean, you're not going to win that way, you guys. You're not going to win. The only people who win are the people putting out that hateful content and that are profiting off of your views and buying these courses that just tell you to hate someone or something. It doesn't go well, you guys. It's never going to go well. So I call for an end to these stupid gender wars. It's not right. It's not good. And what I'd like to do is leave me your thoughts in the comments below as to what you think men and women can do to end the gender wars. Because honestly, you guys, I just think it's time that we have some sort of sanity again in this country, and that we have some sort of understanding again, because this is not the right direction to go. So anyway, you guys, the salty bastard, the savage salty bastard, coming at you again live on YouTube. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.